In May of 2024, Ilya Sutskever walked out of OpenAI. He had spent 9 years there. He was the chief scientist. 1 month later, he started a new company. He called it Safe Superintelligence. Investors have put $7 billion into it. It has never shipped a product. It has never made a dollar. This is not a story about one man. Every major AI lab on Earth was founded by someone running from the last one. And a man who sat inside OpenAI can tell you exactly what they say to themselves. His name is Dario Kokotajlo. He joined OpenAI in 2022. His job was forecasting, not research, not product. His job was to write down what the next few years would look like. And there is one thing he learned doing that job that almost nobody hears about. When he showed his timelines to people working at OpenAI and Anthropic, they did not tell him he was being alarmist. They told him he was being too slow. Shorten them. Bring them back to 2027, 2028. The people building it thought the man predicting it was underestimating them. He resigned in 2024. He had a goodbye party. Then the exit paperwork arrived. There was a clause in it. Sign and you agree never to criticize the company again. There was a second clause. You also agree never to tell anyone the first clause exists. Here is what he thought when he read it.
I thought that was kind of rich coming from a nonprofit that's supposed to be, for the benefit of all humanity. So I didn't sign it. And
so he did not sign. The contract said that if you do not sign, the company takes back your stock. $2 million. That was 80% of everything he and his wife owned. They talked about it for 2 months. They hired lawyers. Then they refused. And then it did not go the way anyone expected. The story got out. It became a scandal in a matter of days. Employees inside the company started asking questions in Slack. Most of them had never been told the clause existed. That was the point of the second clause. Within days, leadership backed down. New paperwork, keep your equity, never mind. So the headline everyone repeats is wrong. He did not lose the $2 million. He kept the money because he was willing to lose it. The chief executive said publicly that he had been embarrassed. He said he had not known the clause was there. Kokotajlo does not believe him.
yeah, apparently.
You don't believe him?
No. I think he probably knew. And if he didn't know, then people close to him probably did, such as his head lawyer.
One more detail, and it is the one that matters most. He was asked why he turned down the money when most people would have taken it. His answer was 5 words long. Most people would have. Most people did. Nearly everyone signed. That is not a story about cowardice. It is the first small version of the thing this whole video is about. One more thing about him, because you will see it quoted everywhere. 70%. That is the figure attached to his name in every headline. A 70% chance of human extinction from artificial intelligence. He was asked about it directly, and he corrected it on camera. He does not say 70% chance of extinction. He says 70% chance this goes badly wrong. Extinction is one branch of that. There are others. Machines could take control and simply not kill anyone. He is careful about the difference. The most repeated fact about this man is a misquote. He keeps correcting it, and it keeps not sticking. Because Kokotajlo did not just work at OpenAI. He talked to the people who run these labs, and he says every one of them runs the same argument in their own head. It goes in 4 steps. Here's the first one. Step 1. I can see the danger. I am not pretending otherwise. Step 2. If I stop, nothing stops. The other labs keep going. Step 3. And if every single one of us stopped, China would keep going. Step 4. So this happens with me or without me. Better that it happens with me. And then the last turn, which is the one that locks the door. I do not want to be standing outside in the cold while people I do not trust run everything. Listen to him describe it. He is not guessing. He was in the room.
That's not going to solve the problem, because the other CEOs are going to keep going. And even if all of us didn't go, then maybe China would keep going. So man, it seems like this is just going to happen one way or another, whether I do anything about it or not.
Notice what that argument does. It takes fear and turns it into a reason to build faster. The more dangerous you believe this is, the more urgent it becomes that you are the one holding it. Safety stops being a brake. Safety becomes the accelerator. And then he names them, out loud, one after another.
To build
it and to do it better. And I think Ilya is just the latest example of this. Elon's another example. Dario's another example.
So let us take them one at a time. because the pattern is cleaner than anyone admits. Start in 2015. Artificial intelligence had one clear leader, and it was inside Google, DeepMind, bought by Google in 2014, the best AI team in the world, owned by one company. A group of people decided that was dangerous, too much power in one building. So, in December of 2015, Sam Altman and Elon Musk founded OpenAI. Not a company, a non-profit. That word was the whole point. The mission was written down. Make sure this technology benefits all of humanity. Musk pledged $1 billion. He ended up putting in about 38 million. Hold on to the shape of this. A safe lab, founded because someone else's lab was frightening. It is worth saying what that non-profit turned into. OpenAI is now the most valuable startup in history. The organization founded so that no single company would hold this power became the company that holds the most of it. 5 years later, it happened again, inside OpenAI. In December of 2020, OpenAI's vice president of research walked out. Dario. 14 colleagues left with him, including his sister. His stated reason was a difference in vision about how seriously to take the risk. So they founded Anthropic, the safety-first lab, the safe alternative to OpenAI, which had itself been founded as the safe alternative to Google. Anthropic is now one of the largest AI companies in the world. Kokotajlo puts their trajectory bluntly, and its chief executive is one of the most alarmed people in the industry, publicly. He said humanity is about to be handed almost unimaginable power, and that it is deeply unclear whether we are mature enough to hold it. He believes that. He also runs one of the fastest labs on Earth. Third, the one who left and then came back with his own. Musk left OpenAI's board in 2018. In March of 2023, he founded xAI, staffed partly with people he recruited out of DeepMind, the lab founded to counter the labs that were founded to counter DeepMind. In May of 2026, he was in a courtroom, testifying against OpenAI. Under oath, he warned that AI could kill us all. In the same testimony, he acknowledged that his own company distills OpenAI's models. Both of those things were said by the same man, in the same room, on the same day. And then the fourth, the purest version of the whole pattern. Ilya Sutskever helped build the technology that made all of this possible. He was OpenAI's chief scientist. In 2023, he moved to remove Sam Altman. It failed. Altman came back. Ilya left the following May. 1 month later, he founded a company whose only stated goal is Safe Superintelligence. No products, no revenue, no chatbot. Nothing to sell on purpose. $1 billion in 2024, $2 billion more in 2025. In July of this year, NVIDIA put in $5 billion. Look closely at who wrote that check. NVIDIA sells the chips to OpenAI, to Anthropic, to xAI, to the Chinese labs. It supplies every runner in the race, and it funded the man who left because the race was reckless. A company with nothing to sell is now valued at $32 billion. He left because he thought the race was reckless. His escape is now a competitor in the race. Put the four of them next to each other and the pattern stops being a coincidence. OpenAI was founded as the safe alternative to Google. Anthropic was founded as the safe alternative to OpenAI. xAI was founded as the safe alternative to OpenAI. Safe Superintelligence was founded as the safe alternative to all of them. 4 attempts to escape the race. 4 new entries in the race. Nobody in this story is lying about being worried. That is what makes it work. Here is the trap underneath all of it. Leaving a race does not remove a runner. In this industry, leaving creates one. Because the people qualified to quit are exactly the people qualified to found the next lab. And every one of them has the same private justification waiting for them. Better me than them. It is reasonable. It is what you would say. And when everyone says the reasonable thing, the outcome is nobody slowing down. This is the part people get wrong about the AI race. They look for a villain. There is no villain in this structure. That is the problem with it. A structure where the safest thing an individual can do is build the dangerous thing faster, which means no one inside it can fix it alone. Not one of the 4. Something outside the race has to change the rules of the race. So Kokotajlo and his team did something specific about that. They wrote out a slower scenario, not the fast one, the one where we get more time. In it, full automation of AI research arrives in 2030. Then they worked backwards from that date to find the last moment. Regulation could still land. The answer was 2029, which puts the real deadline somewhere none of these labs control. The 2028 presidential election.
On the ballot.
We think that it'll be maybe the most important issue in the presidential election in 2028. I think a lot of people, most people will be...
What he wants from that is not complicated. It is 4 things. Slow it down, make it transparent, keep it spread across many labs and many countries, and build the new data centers so that they can be destroyed if the agreement collapses. That last one tells you how little he trusts the deal holding. And here is his own honest doubt, which he says without being asked. He thinks reality will probably move faster than the slow scenario he wrote. The optimistic version is the one he does not fully believe. At the end of 2 hours, he was asked about his children. He said that when his forecast got shorter, he told his wife they should not have any more. He said the reason you have children is the future, and he thought the future was in question. Then he said that it turned out to be very hard, especially for his wife. So eventually, he gave in. They had another child anyway. His explanation was one sentence. We are all in the same boat together. That is the same reasoning the 4 men use. Almost word for word. It happens anyway. So you take part in it. The difference is that when he said it, he was talking about a child. When they say it, they are talking about the thing he thinks might end us.